Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saeed. I do want to thank you for joining us tonight, Tuesday, the 14th of September, 2021. So remember, viewers, I always say on our show, share our live stream, share our live stream. Real Talk with Saieed Ali on Facebook, that is our page. And TT YouTube, subscribe, hit the bell, and you would know when we go live. So a special good night to those of you that are locked on to Synergy Television right here in Trinidad and Tobago, of the Caribbean and around the globe. Those of you that are on our page, pleasant good night to you also, even on YouTube. So viewers, it was a hot day today, very, very hot day today, but nevertheless, we thank God for the sun. So we're going to have some updates for you concerning the Range Rover I was telling you about last night, but we're going to talk a little bit about that later on, and you would find out the individual who sold the Range Rover and about the individual who bought the Range Rover. Let me tell you something. Tonight is a tune it up night, you know. Tune it up night. You all will understand tonight why I am highlighting the Range Rover story. Let me tell you something. Outside there, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people who would not walk down the correct path. You understand? Because I will tell you something. Do unto others as they shall do unto you. But nevertheless, I'm going to find out who is the individual who bought the Range Rover and who is the individual who sold the Range Rover and the position his father have. Hey, let me tell you something. Don't penal si paria. I'm going to be shocked, you know. Take what I'm telling all you. Friends and family of that individual, I'm going to be shocked. I hear his grandmother love to watch Real Talk, but nevertheless, later on the program, we will highlight that matter. People in that area will be turning heads to know if these people like that. But nevertheless, are you ready to go to court? A recent surge of cases has prompted CARICOM to seek assistance for the US and UK in certain areas to deal with the situation. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley and Foreign Affairs Minister Dr. Amory Brown attended the virtual meeting which focused on a regional response to the recent surge in infections, hospitalizations, and death due to the virus across the CARICOM community. Leaders have now requested that the US deliver the next batch of Pfizer vaccine earlier than originally planned and ask for field hospitals to help ease the current strain on health facilities in member states. Rowley is expected to speak about national issue concluding COVID-19 at a PNM virtual public meeting tonight. So viewers, our Prime Minister will be having a public virtual meeting tonight to talk about the vaccine, to talk about the health, to talk about field hospitals, to talk about COVID-19 generally. Let me tell you something. Pandemic is hitting the world. We understand that. All around the world, they are dealing with COVID-19. All around the world, no different from Trinidad. Some countries have opened back up fully because they realize that their economy is going down the drain. So they decided to open up back. Open back up for business. Let our economy build back. Look, right, Barbados. Right, Barbados, they're putting things in place. They want to remove lockdowns. Mia Mottley is not going to allow her country economy to be broken. She's not going to allow that because she cares about the citizens of her country. In Trinidad, is lockdown, vaccine, the economy break, nothing wrong. They will take $2-3 billion loan, and we, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, now have to pay for it. By means of implementations of new tax. So the budget is coming up in October month. We're going to hear what new taxes they are going to implement in Trinidad and Tobago. But nevertheless, we're going to wait. We're going to see what he have in store. And it's you, the people, to be affected by it, not them. Because at the end of every 30 days, their salary is sure. Their salary between 30 to 50, 60,000 a month. A month. 2386716. Feel free to call in to voice your concerns, viewers. The United States Embassy, U.S. Embassy, has announced that starting October 1st, 2021, immigrant visa, that is the K visa, and non-immigrant visa applications, recommendations for a medical exam will be required to obtain full COVID-19 vaccination. The embassy stated that this comes following a new Center for Disease Control and Prevention policy. This is the CDC policy. Some waivers may be available in countries where COVID-19 vaccines are not routinely available, or if the vaccine is not age appropriate. This requirement does not apply to non-immigrant visa classes such as a tourist or student. Caller, good night.
Good night, sir.
Go right ahead, my friend.
Yeah. So I just want to say, you see the citizens of this country, you see exactly what we get from the politicians that we elect. That is what we want. Because I know, Saieed, I live in the West. Right? The member of parliament for my constituency is the Prime Minister. And I tell you, I know deep down inside, had the United National Congress been in power right now, with the way how this country is being governed, we'd have protests coming and going. Every single day we'd have protests, because I keep asking myself, what it is that the PNM did to the citizens of this country that we are just taking everything that they dish out.
Correct, correct.
I keep asking myself that we right now COVID coming and things are just you're going to the grocery, there's no value for your money at all. Consumer Affairs Division, we don't know if they come in or they're going. We not hearing nothing at all. Price left, right, and center. The soup. It's what they want, and it's only the poor people that we feel it in this country. And then when election time comes, the politicians, most of the PNM, they come and tell us about UNC thief and UNC thief and UNC thief. What you going on Tobago side? PDP gets 6, PNM gets 6. Now the EBC, they do their regular thing. They gerrymander the boundaries to come to tell us a pack of crap. Understand? And the election going to call again in Tobago, and then we see the PNM get victory, and everybody goes to sit down and take it. It's high time the People's National Movement side, in my humble opinion, take a sabbatical from electoral politics, because they've had enough years in governing this country, and they still can't get it right. There is no way side a country with pitch, natural gas, a strong manufacturing sector, money have no value. Barbados only depend on tourism, the money are more than us.
True.
The Caribbean, easy money, and it has more value than TT. Why it is, and then I want to come and tell me about the UNC and UNC. How much tenure the UNC had as governing this country? How much years Bajo Pandit was the Prime Minister? How much years Thomas was the Prime Minister? And you came in for one stint. All we know the People's National Movement mismanagement this country from the day we became independent. Inside they left us under the English government, the colonial system. Better leave us, they might have probably live in a better life. But like to say, go to the PNM, we'll find this country, come and go and decide. Anyway, I must say, you had a suit last week. I don't know who's your dresser, but what you have some wicked suit. I must get up. They can't test you. Come and locked on. Thank you still.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend. Hey, hear this now. Nobody ain't saying nothing, you know. Everything is going on in the country, and the citizens, watch me, we just digesting that, you know. We just digesting that. Like nothing happened. But it's true what the caller say, if UNC was in power, the amount of protests would have been taking place in this country. But I had to say, when the UNC was in power, they did a lot for the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. But you know that they say, there's an old saying that people say, happy birds is mess in their nest. So right now, I believe the people cleaning out their nest. I believe they're cleaning out their nest. Caller, good night.
Very good evening to you, Mr. Saieed.
To you, my friend.
I just want to talk about something different and briefly tonight.
Mm-hmm.
That young lady who was knocked down and died in South, it happened on the pavement, and this should not go unpunished. Right? This is what you call reckless endangerment, and there is other charges for it too. This should not go unpunished. And secondly, I thought about this morning, and then I saw it on Facebook this evening by one Suzette Lowy, but this is my take anyhow. How come Dr. Rowley, how come Commissioner, how come everybody, that for Bombay, the funeral in Avantil, there was over 100 people in attendance, and quite a lot of them was wearing masks, and there was a large number of police present.
Police present, yes.
And not one person was touched. But yet still you're telling the Hindu people that they have to have 10 people and they cannot have open fire cremation. So wait, is one law for we and one law for them up there?
I've been saying that.
This is madness. This is total madness.
Yeah.
You can have hundreds of people attending a funeral and then you complaining about people in county here. All the best, have a great evening.
Thank you, my friend. Hey, persons of interest. Susan Austin. Susan Austin. Can you get in touch with a guy named Mark? His phone number is 388-8349. Susan Austin. Get in touch with an individual named Mark. He wants to see you. He wants to have a chat with you. And you can contact him at 388-8349. So please do that, my dear. And sort out that problem that is taking place there. Caller, good night.
Good night, Said.
Go right ahead, my friend.
I see a picture show up there just now, boy. The fellow they like he dancing like he get fixed over. I feel he get fixed. Hospital had to pick you up, boy. That man go down and
I ain't entertaining that. I ain't entertaining that at all. Come back to
like get fixed, boy.
me. I ain't entertaining that one at all. Or they go get you on that one. He like the music, he break down to the music, that is his business. But I wonder if he dancing to the tune now. That is what I'm wondering. I just wondering if they're dancing to the tune of left foot and right foot. Yeah. A lot of, watch me, you have a lot of people here dancing no left foot and right foot again, you know. Come back. Caller, good night. Hello? Trinidad and Tobago may be facing the expirations of thousands of the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine and Oxford AstraZeneca doses come November. This after there were calls from government for persons to step forward and take the vaccine as the country still remains some way off from herd immunity. You see, I will tell you something. From the beginning of COVID, they were never prepared because motions were turned down, discussions were turned down 3 times in the House by the Speaker. 3 times. They didn't prepare. Coming to the vaccine. When around the world was securing vaccine, Jamaica started before Trinidad. Our Prime Minister was telling us that he is not going to write no letter to beg for no vaccine for nobody Who's the nobody? Even the PNM supporters. Left foot, right foot, I ain't begging. Now, see if we got the left foot, right foot thing. Left foot, right foot, I ain't begging. I'm not writing no letter. The opposition now, leader Kamala Prasad Bisesa had to write India to the Prime Minister and to the High Commissioner of India for we, UNC, PNM, ANR, PDP or DPP, whatever you call it, on behalf of the citizens, while our Prime Minister is saying, I am not going to write no letter to beg for no gift, for nobody. Let me tell you, all the Filipino people get away. No, all it was included in it. All it was included in it. And we have Terence Singh now, Minister of Health in Trinidad and Tobago, telling us, if COVID do come to Trinidad, it's just a mere fraction will get it. What? That is the same man who tell us we could rip our jersey and tie our face with it. You know what? Not too long after him saying that, they went to Parliament, they went to the House, and they implement a motion now, an amendment, to make us pay $1,000 if we put on the mask. A little while back, they almost made it mandatory for you to get the vaccine. After we have been hearing word on the streets, what is taking place with individuals who took the vaccine. Left foot, we're going up. Right foot, we're further down than we're going up. Me vex, that is all your choice. Like I say, I don't pick party. I do not pick party. I will hold those in position accountable for governing our country. That is the individual I will hold. However, due to slow uptake and the looming expiry date of the Pfizer vaccine, Minister of Health Terence Singh announced that teachers and healthcare workers would be eligible for the Pfizer vaccine from August 29th. The rollout was then further expanded to the public. Since Pfizer became available, it has accounted for 50% of the first dose administered since August 18th. Imagine that, eh? So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break. But when we come back, we're going to continue. We're going to continue with Principal Medical Officer Dr. Marian Abdul Richard right after this break.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali. Consultant and real businessman.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on YouTube.com and TT Real Talk on Facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
Are you looking for the right investment? Are you looking for a greater return on your hard-earned cash? Look no further. Contact Real Talk Group of Companies located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. At Real Talk Investment, you can earn up to 3.5% interest on your 3-year investment. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Do contact us now on 339-1670, 238-6716 for further information. Our helpful team is ready to assist. Real Talk Investment. Real people matter to us. This ad was paid for by Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Real Talk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
Welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. Principal Medical Officer Dr. Marian Abdul Richards have stated that there is now a slow decline in hospital occupancy, but is warning that the situation could get worse if safety measures are not adhered to. She stated that this trend can actually be reversed.
We have been noticing a slow but consistent decline in the overall occupancy, which has been under 40% since July 15, 2021. At this point, I would like to indicate that this trend can actually be reversed, so we are not to be prematurely comforted by the low occupancies.
She also noted that 3 times as many patients are severely and critically ill as opposed to recovering patients. Dr. Abdul Richard added that there has been a minimal number of patients requiring admission into accident and emergency facilities at the country's main healthcare system, which is a good indicator. So viewers, so good so far. So good so far. But we're not out of the woods yet, eh? Not out of the woods. So like I always said, and I'll continue to say it again tonight, if you have to go get the vaccine, I am not going to discourage you. I'm not going to encourage you to say go get the vaccine. It is your choice. Go by a doctor, a physician, check your health, make sure you're healthy, consult with the doctor, go get your vaccine. I did the same thing. I went, I did my checkup, passed all my tests, I went, I took my first dose. Next month I'm due for my second dose. I have to travel. I'm a businessman. I need to travel. So listen this. 3 carcass fishermen were abused by Coast Guard officers on Sunday around 12 a.m., between 12 a.m. and 2 p.m. About 300 steps into the sea from the shore. The men went to catch bait. However, the Coast Guard approached the men, the fishermen, telling them to leave their vessel and jump into the boat. When they jumped into the boat, they were allegedly beaten. Now, there were 5 individuals in the boat. 5 individuals in the boat. 3 of the fishermen were abused, were beaten. 2 of the other fishermen, the captain and another individual, did not sustain any abuse or wound or anything. No. 3 brothers owned 3 separate boats, and they were out catching bait. The incident took place at the Carcass fishing area. However, the individual said to me that the police did not take any report from them. So they were out fishing, catching bait to go to make their big fish. They were accosted by Coast Guard. Coast Guard told them to jump in their vessel, which they was abused. I spoke with one of the gentlemen today, and they did send photos of the abuse. I have the photos. Of the abuse. But nevertheless, I want to know what the Carcass police, I want to know why they did not take the reports. But we're going to leave that for the commissioner to investigate. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break. And when we come back, We're going to talk about the Range Rover story. And I'm going to let you know what took place.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali. Consultant and real estate businessman.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on youtube.com and TT Real Talk on facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
Are you looking for the right investment? Are you looking for a greater return on your hard-earned cash? Look no further. Contact Real Talk Group of Companies located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. At Real Talk Investment, you can earn up to 3.5% interest on your 3-year investment. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Do contact us now on 339-1670, 238-6716 for further information. Our helpful team is ready to assist. Real Talk Investment. Real people matter to us. This ad was paid for by Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Real Talk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
Welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. So remember yesterday, Monday, I was telling you all about a Range Rover incident. Now, a Range Rover is $1 million vehicle in Trinidad and Tobago. I love this, you know. Pinal, San Francisco, Debe, Barapo area. Head go start a roll when I see this individual just now. Let me tell you something. Before I show you the Range Rover. The incident, the individual who the incident happened to is me. Yesterday I gave a little sneak, a little preview of it. Now, viewers of Real Talk knows that Saieed have executive vehicles, convertibles, BMW, Mercedes. They know that. Now, on Sunday, I went to check our Range Rover. Pop the Range Rover. I showed number plate, everything. I went to check this Range Rover to buy. Guy had it for sale. In Pinal, San Francisco area there. Sipari, I believe. I went and checked the Range Rover. Let's hear how the story unfolds. I will show you the individual just now. Got in touch with the guy. Selling the Range Rover. Not a problem. Said the vehicle in good condition? He said yes. I said alright. Send some pictures, no problem. Dashboard had a little crack in it, but he could fix. Not a problem. I went down. Test drive the Range Rover for probably about 20 minutes or so. Probably went about 40-50 miles per hour. Listen to the story, yeah? I said, alright. Because I was looking for a Range Rover to buy. So I told him, his father, listen this carefully at Trinidad and Tobago and listen how this has happened to individuals, eh? This happened to me and I am relating my story to you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. But in saying this, I will tell you, you don't rob a man who does do spirit work. You don't go down that road. People are telling all the last time some individual tried to extract money from me was when they made an attempt behind my big son. Behind my big son. About a year and a half back. 3 of them are blind and they can't even see what color paper in front of them. And you, the viewers of Real Talk, you all are aware of that. Let me tell you something. Message your friend and your family and tell them to tune into Real Talk now. Especially down in the Pinal, San Francisco, Paria area. Because the gentleman I will show you just now is the individual who I dealt with. Who lied to me. So I went down, drive the Range Rover. He drove the Range Rover. I said on the left side, he drove the Range Rover. I said, not a problem. For about 15-20 minutes. Make a block right around the house. His father, I believe is a retired inspector of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. Let me tell you something. I went home by their house, you know. I went home by their house. We sit down, we talk. I understand the grandmother really love to see the show. But when you see the individual just now, I hope the grandmother get a heart attack. Choosing my words wisely because, you know, people like to send pre-action protocol. Me afraid to go to court, you know. Me afraid to go to court at all. I have clothes and I have a team of lawyers. Only high court lawyers. So if you tell yourself you go frighten Saeed, you're frightening Saeed. So I go down by the individual, the house, see the Range Rover. Wanted a little paint over, but nothing wrong. Could deal with that. You see, as a man, know about high-end vehicles. I know about European vehicles because I go show you my Range Rover just now. This guy feel I stupid and I dotish and me know nothing about Range Rovers now. You understand? But about the Range Rover, what the public see the Range Rover I went and buy. I show you the number plate, everything. Now that Range Rover, a couple years back, it belonged to Donna Cox. Minister, that was her Range Rover. And she sold the Range Rover for the individual them. Went down, see it. Like I said, I could do with a paint over, but I said not a problem. Put up the individual. Anybody from the Pinal, Paria, Barapa, or Debe area know this individual? I choose my words wisely. I'll go understand why I'm doing that. His father is an inspector of police. I believe retired. He used to work Pinal station. So I hope the grandmother get a heart attack now when she see the grandson pick her up. Because I go tell you something, come back to me. I go tell you something. He said, I will work hard and save my money to purchase this Range Rover. Not the grandmother, not the grandfather, not the cousins, not his friends, not his family, but Saeed. As I say, I just get up 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning and start to work. 12 o'clock, 12:30, I now going on my bed. So he said, Saeed, had a discussion with the father by the house, you know. Not a problem. He said, Saeed, the shifter, they went to a mechanic and the mechanic tell them something wrong with the shifter. But the individual who did this go by is a man from Shoguna's right here who I know very well. I can call his name. We had a discussion. I paid them what they wanted. Drop the Range Rover up in Central. They come up, we conduct our business. No problem. He said, carry by a mechanic and just adjust the shifter in it. The bushing probably gone bad, right? I said, not a problem. I know it's a minor thing, the shifter. Buy a bushing, you understand? And replace it in the shifter. I give it all a step by step. Let me tell you something. I know about European vehicles. You can't fool me, you know. So I say, all right. Not a problem. The shifter have a little play. I go import the bushing from UK. I go see about it. So they bring up the Range Rover here for me Sunday. Not a problem. Transaction, receipt, collect my documents. Not a problem. That's how I know the vehicle belongs to a minister, Donna Cox. But she have nothing to do with this. I take up the Range Rover and I'll drop it not too far from here. I'll drop her vehicles. Let me tell you something. I just carry my vehicle about 4 buildings away from me. I could have any amount of money, whatever in it, and drop it for them fellas, and my vehicle safe. So I dropped the Range Rover. I bathed, I changed my clothes. I say, you know what? I'm going down Princestown. Let me test this Range Rover. Let me see what long distance it could go in. I say, all right. Pick up the Range Rover. Pass through Medford there, going by the gas station. You know when you pass the gas station and you go up and you pass the bridge, as you make the bend on the flyover to go to Price Mart there, all of a sudden, van on gear, stop in traffic. And when I mash the X, the engine started to race. So I realized it's not the shifter is the problem, the transmission slipping. The transmission slipping because I just stopped in traffic and the vehicle started to race. So I said, all right, no problem. Make my wrongs, hit the highway and I'm going down. It had some traffic Sunday. Anytime you stop in traffic and you go to Mashback, the transmission slipping. Now viewers, this incident happened to me, you know. It didn't happen to nobody else, you know. Now the individual, try my back. The individual told me, right, that his father has used the Range Rover. I say, not a problem. So if the father using the Range Rover, the father know about the transmission slipping. I'm trying to keep my cool, you know. You see, I'm smiling, I'm trying to keep my cool. The father driving the Range Rover, he know about the transmission slipping. And it's not a shifter problem. So I'm going down the highway. Let me tell you something. It happened to me about 5 times. Every time I stop in traffic. And to mash back the X to pull off. I had to bring it down in one. Drop it back on drive. And then move. Then the transmission will pick up. I say, all right. I reach Princestown. And I turn back. And as soon as I turn around in Princestown, coming back up to hit the Tasker Road, I call the individual. I said, partner, I say, hear this now. I say, you tell me that the shifter given problem. I said, let me tell you something. This transmission in this Range Rover, it's slipping. He said, Saieed, just go by the mechanic. And my father tell you, just go by the mechanic and you go fix the shifter. I say, you're not listening to me. I said, the transmission slipping. And we had a discussion over the phone. I said, I am not going. I am not about to spend a ton of money on a Range Rover to find out the transmission now need changing. So I do so. I said, here what's going on. Today is Sunday. All I was up by my building, not too long, and we did a transaction, all I collect money. I said, here what? Today is Sunday itself. Just a couple hours passed. I said, come back and pick back up all your vehicle and bring back my money for me. I said, you have Sunday and Monday. Sunday pass, Monday pass. I give them till today. Remember I mentioned it last night? I give them till today. And I believe they are neighbors with Rajiv Dipti, the president of the Supermarket Association. You understand? So I said, here what's going on. Bring back my money and come and collect back all your van. So I do business with your father as an inspector of police for Trinidad and Tobago Police Force, whether you're working or you're not working. His colleagues didn't buy all a Range Rover. Which you tell me, both of you all told me that is just a shifter problem, Saieed. And all you failed to tell me that the transmission slipping. So today is Tuesday night. And they refuse. Put him back. They refuse to bring back my money and pick back up, put back the Ranger. To pick back up the Ford Ranger. The Range Rover. Right? They refuse to do it. Let me tell you something. As a serious man, you know. Drop my Range Rover. Drop the video. Now, viewers, that white Range Rover is my Range Rover. You see, these individuals feel I don't know about Range Rovers. That is my Range Rover. Look at that Range Rover. That is an HSE Sport Range Rover. That is one of my Range Rovers. Now, let the video run. You see, I did a short video for you, the citizen, to understand that the white one is mine and the black one right behind it is what I purchased Sunday. You seen it? So when you hear them tell themselves that I don't know about Ranger, I know about Ranger, because that white one is an HSE Sport Range Rover. Come back to me. Now, run this slide with my cars on them. Now, viewers, remember I showed you all this for sale? That sold. That was one of my vehicles. Probably Mercedes. That is a 630 BMW convertible which I presently own. Probably Mercedes-Benz. That Mercedes-Benz was my vehicle which I sold probably about 2 months back. I sold that. So when you tell yourself, partner, I don't know nothing about Range Rovers and European vehicles and you could con me my money, let me tell you something. So viewers, the money that I give to him, come back. I hope the grandmother I get heart attack, you know. I want the people of Pinasi Para Debe to understand what that individual do to Saeed. I do business who he father know. You could know criminal elements. You could know spiritual people. You could know let me tell you something. The commissioner could be coming home by you and drinking tea. Let me tell you something. That bother me, you know. It bother me. The prime minister could be coming home by you and drinking tea. It don't bother me. You see, the thing is not them money you collected. The reason why I'm doing this is for no individuals not to be conned again and lied to from that gentleman. And I understand that they was going to purchase a Prado from a man named Gosign. I have my intel, you know. I have my intel. But I go tell you something. I am not a hand to man mouth. You understand? I just work for my money. So after tonight, I expecting all a lawyer to send me a letter, defamation of character. And I will ask your lawyer, if that incident happened to you, what you going and do? Me are going through no law system, you know. For that matter to take 10 and 15 and 5 years, me are going through that. Here what I going and do? I will be live on our Facebook page. We'll talk with Saieed Ali. Here what I going and do tomorrow. And let me tell you something. The money important to you, and you and your father refuse to give me back my money and refuse to come back and pick up all your vehicle, which the transmission need changing. I am not about to pay a huge ton for a vehicle, amount of money for a vehicle, and then go and buy a transmission for 100,000. I ain't going through that. So here what I going and do tomorrow. And all I gonna know how serious I is. I am a very serious man coming to business. I just spend a lot of money in helping people with charity. With charity. So I do business what connection the inspector know, or who he have in the pocket, or who he have in the pocket, or who he have in the house, or who he don't have in the house. That is not my business. I did a transaction with Olia, and Olia lied to me. Let me tell Olia something. You know why I'm laughing? Trying to keep my cool. I'm trying to keep my cool. Here what I'm going to do tomorrow. I have already, you see how the money important to you, partner? My money important to you and you refuse to give it to me back. You and your father. Here what I'm going to do tomorrow. I will show you how not important your Range Rover is to Saeed. I have made an arrangement with a recommend tomorrow to pick up that Range Rover. Because I want to shut down, I want transmission to seize on me or to give up in any way I go in, and it will be an embarrassment to Saeed that he Range Rover shut down. I ain't going through that embarrassment. I have made an arrangement with a record tomorrow to pick up that Range Rover and carry it in a lonely area away from the public domain and burn it down. Let me tell you something. I'm a very, very serious man coming to business. You lie for me, you con me, and you refuse to give me my money. I will be live on Facebook tomorrow on the Real Talk with Saieed Ali page. And I will show you step by step how Saieed, I'm going to burn down that Range Rover. I feel like joking. I feel like joking. Put back up my Range, the white one. That is my Range Rover. So when you tell yourself, Saieed Ali don't know about Range Rovers, let me tell you something. Think again. That is an HSE Sport Range Rover. That model of Range Rover is just before the new one that they have in Trinidad presently. Just before, let me tell you something, is my white Range Rover, and then they have the new model 2019 in Trinidad. So if you tell yourself, I back a day, and me know not about Range Rover partner, let me tell you something. Tomorrow I will be going live on the Real Talk with Saieed Ali page, showing all you where the wrecker coming to pick up the Range Rover, and I will drive behind the Range Rover on the wrecker to in a lonely area away from the public, and I will burn down that Range Rover. That is how important that Range Rover is to me. Let me tell you something. All I feel is joke I'm making. When they came after my son, that wasn't joke, you know. That was to extract money from Saieed. That was to extract money from Saieed. What happened with them? What happened with them? Three of them gone blind. You know how much individuals got saved from rape, kidnap, murder, and robbery? Even larceny and breaking in a house? Let me tell you something. When I meet God, God will judge me, not you human beings. Because you have no idea how hard I work in 17 hours a day to save money for my children and my household. Tomorrow I will be going live on Facebook, on our Real Talk with Saieed Ali page on Facebook. And I will be showing you all where the wrecker will be picking up that Range Rover. Throw it up back, the black one. Where the wrecker will be picking up that Range Rover. And I carry it in a lonely area. Driving it off the wrecker. You all will see how I throw in the gas on the Range Rover and I lighten it up a fire. Let me tell you something. Right now I told my workers, that Range Rover, that is a disgrace to me presently. Because I don't do business like that. Anybody who knows Saieed doing business are very straightforward. A Range Rover in Trinidad and Tobago is $1 million vehicle. And I will burn it to hell down tomorrow to show you how important that is to you, but not me. You understand? Papa, keep it here. You lie to me. Saieed is just a shifter giving problem. Going up on the highway now, in a jam, right Medford here, mashing for gas, in a diesel, in a traffic. You feel me know about Range Rovers? I had the latest model of Range Rover just before the 2019 model come out in Trinidad and Tobago. HSE Sport, luxury vehicle, over $1 million. That's the white one you all saw just now. So tomorrow, my friends, the reason why I show him up is for no other person to end up in the situation I am in presently, and they will have nowhere to turn. Nowhere to turn. Let me tell you something. If that is how your father treats you, my friend, or if that is how your father training you, and up to now the father ain't contact me, you know. When I talked to him Sunday, he said, Saieed, I don't do business so. Don't do business so. Don't do business so. I will spend a ton of money purchasing a Range Rover, and only to find out going up on the highway, the transmission slipping, and you go tell me, people don't do business like that? Let me tell you something. Them had to say, thank God, me I take no drastic measures, you know. You see, I is the kind of person, I is the kind of person would not go and give a man a 10,000 or 20,000 and say, boy, you don't have a man down there, deal with him. I'm not that kind of person. Because if a man do something like that and police happen to hold he and he say, well, you know by his side who gave me the work, you know what happening? They're going to law Saieed in jail. Conspiracy. They're going to law Saieed in jail. I mightn't get bail. And the way the system running now, I might rot inside jail. But I thank God for a spiritual gift. Thank God for the spiritual gift that He gave to me. So tomorrow, viewers, the incident happened to me. And I hope that nobody else is conned or lied to through that individuals. And I'm waiting for the lawyer letter. I'm waiting for it. I will go directly by the lawyer with my team of lawyers and ask their lawyers if that incident happened to you, what you as a lawyer going and do. What you as a lawyer who get conned of your money, lied to, going and do. Defamation of character is a serious thing. But I'm relating an incident that happened to me, Saieed. And the reason why I put up his picture is for nobody else not to be conned. If you watch the police picture, what's the name of the police show again? Alexander. Beyond the tape, you know that it's put up people photos? Who's con artist, who's no con artist, who's bandit, who on the loose? Let me tell you something. I have about 7 or 8 minutes on my show again. Tomorrow I am going to burn down that Range Rover to show you, Mr. Man, that that's not important to me. Let me tell you something. Whole day today I was upset. Whole day yesterday I was upset. You know why? One individual cannot move straight and you cannot do business straight. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something now. You see the money I give to you? I just do spiritual work. Ever since I on TV and before on TV, people know Saieed as a man that do spiritual work. You know, sometimes when you see people walking the road and you just tell yourself, what happened to these people? Me, I throwing it for nobody, Trinidad and Tobago. I'm just making a statement. You know, sometimes when you see people eating out of a garbage can, and people walking the road and talking to themselves, and they just want to know what happened to them. See the money you give you? I'll tell you something, partner. You see when you hear run behind a fowl, and the fowl is just fly up and go away? Every single cent, I upset, you know, but I calm in myself. One thing I learned in spiritual work, never do something out of anger. It will come back to you. I learned that. I learned that. Let me tell you something. When sickness hit you, I ain't talking to the man who I show on TV, you know, but I'm saying it in general. Now, it have some time when people go by the doctor and they're sick. Doctor just can't diagnose them. They just be running from the pastor, the pundit, the priest, the imam, the doctors, the specialists, and still they don't get good. We have a caller, good night.
Say good night. Say good night. Say, I listen to you and I see you're vexed and you're irritated at the situation.
I laugh.
My little advice to you. You see the record that you're bringing to pick up the vehicle? Put the vehicle on the record and escort the vehicle. Go to the police station down there in that region.
No, but now watch, no, me I going through that.
You ain't going through that?
I ain't going through that. Let me tell you something.
If you burn the vehicle, you wouldn't be able to get your money back from them.
I done get it already. Sunday I tell you.
Listen. You could get it back. You could get back your money.
Listen, caller. I could I could buy a transmission for $100,000 for a Range Rover and put it in the Range Rover and run it, you know.
I know that. But you
no,
see,
but listen to me.
Burn the vehicle, you need
I will burn down that Range Rover tomorrow and I'm going live on the Real Talk page. Let me tell you something.
Don't burn away, get your money back, and when you get your money back,
I told
you are doing now, expose the individual to the nation so that they'll know.
Listen.
No business with them because he's a smart man.
Listen, caller. I spoke with the father and son at their house. When the incident happened to me going down the highway, I reached Princeton and I turned back. I called them. The father said, okay side. All right. And he hung up the phone.
Yeah.
You understand? I said, here what's going on. All they have Sunday and Monday. Right where all they collect the money, come back right there and drop back the money and pick back up your van and go with it. Yesterday I called them. The son says, hear what the son tell me, eh? He said, Saeed, you feel this on TV or what? You know what I tell him in return? I said, boy, I must think on TV, you know. That's what I tell him.
No, but
ask my staff. When I call the individual, my entire staff was working here. I sit among them and I call the individual. I give them till today. Come back and pick up your piece of old iron and go with it and bring back my money.
Well, I feel after this exposure, you give the individual tonight so the public.
By lunchtime tomorrow, the recommend I want to do the thing. Thank you, caller. My friend, I do thank you for your concerns, but an example had to set. Let me tell you something. When God bring me into this world, my hands were closed. And I was about this big. I came with nothing. I came naked with slime all over my body. And God gave my talent, which is spiritual gift, to do spiritual work for when people come with problems. You understand? I went to school. I work in a grocery hardware. I take my education with accounts. I do other things. I speak in 7 different languages. Arabic, Urdu, Sanskrit, Hebrew, Greek, English. 6 different languages. And you want to rub side? You want to light a side? This is the same side. Stood right here and pushed for child sex offender registry and child sex offender registry. So in case their family get raped, I could push for them to go public. And the agents listening to come on if get it pass. And we come on if get it pass, I push for pepper spray. So now we family now could go and since the father is a retired inspector or an inspector, you could sign them up and get pepper spray. That is what I pushed for and got it passed. And you want to lie to me? Tell me it was a shifter problem from a slipping transmission problem and feels I don't know about Range Rover. Put back up the white one, Shane. That, viewers of Real Talk, is an HSE Sport Edition Range Rover. Let me tell you something. This Range Rover is the one just before the 2019 Range Rover that introduced itself to Trinidad and Tobago. I'll tell you something, I up to date with vehicles. It's just I'm not a man that's go out and bling and fame. I am not of that. Ask my workers, they will see it. They will tell you. Let me tell you something. By 12, the recommend has some stuff to do in the morning. But I will be going live on Facebook to show you how that Range Rover going up in our Rekka. And we're going in a lonely area. And I will show you. I will do a video right around the Range Rover, inside and outside, to show you that me take out nothing from it. You understand? I will show you driving down from the Rekka with it. And I will show you how I throw in gas on the Range Rover to burn it down. I come with nothing. And I make something with the talent that God gave me. And I just stand, you know what I'm doing? I stand up for Trinidad and Tobago presently. I stand up for your mother and your sister and your daughter and your grandmother. And you want to lie to me? I'm laughing to keep my calm, you know. I'm laughing to keep my calm. So the reason why I throw the pit here is so in case he have a vehicle to sell and somebody may get caught up in the same incident and they refusing to give them back the money. I hope it don't happen. So penal, well, not just down there, you know, the whole of Trinidad and Tobago and viewers of Real Talk worldwide, They are listening presently what happened to me in my situation. I could deal with it, you know. I know how to deal with it. I know how. I do business who the father know. You see, who the father know didn't take out money and give them to buy their van. You understand? I have ways of doing things. And I'm not the kind of man who send somebody to deal with somebody for that man to get catch and sell outside. Me in jail? No, we have about a minute again. Me in jail? No, I had too much to live for. I had two sons. My big son is 14 years. I want to play with grandchildren. But I know how to do my spirit work. I know how to get my work done. So viewers, we are out of time for tonight. But nevertheless, I am Saieed Ali. It's Public Concerns Night. Tomorrow night being Wednesday, viewers. You know what Real Public Concerns? Remember, send your videos, send your photos, send your notes to Real Public Concerns as we continue our Public Concerns Night and highlighting the drains, the road, the bridges, the councillors, the MP, Ministry of Works and Transport. So until we meet again, people, Allahumma soli illa ba'ana kurukuba illa li'inna. Don't ever end up in a situation that I end up in because you might do something I'm not doing. So until we meet again, good night.